What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy Ian for CancerMoonsTarot, and welcome into the weekend reading. The first time I see is the first time I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first time I see is the first time I read, and the first time I saw here for today was Cancer. So we're going to go ahead and get it popping. Shout out to Shin, shout out to Cancer, and we'll get it popping here today. I do want to say, everybody, happy Friday. I hope you had a great week, guys. Happy weekend to each and every single one of you. Coming up on Monday, we got the eclipse, right? So for those of you that are going to be viewing it, make sure you have the special viewing glasses, right? Be careful. But either way, though, pretty cool. We got that very intense time appearing on Monday. Either way, though, everybody, wishing you a fantastic weekend. Hope your week's been well. Do want to note, if anybody wants a personal read, as always, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. Link down in the description box below if you would like to book me there. Nonetheless, I'm going to say what's up here to some peeps and we'll get started. So what's going on, Shin? What's up, Teeny, Fawn, Valerie? Locks for Love, hello. What's going on, Fawn? What's up, Deanna? What's going on, Trish? MJ? What's going on, Brenna? Andrea, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. Welcome in. What's going on, Anita? How are you? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. And without a further ado, guys, let's get started. And we're going to begin here with Team Cancer coming on into the next 72 hours. So what information and insight do we got showing up here for Cancer, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus moving on into the next 72 hours. What information and insight do we got rolling on in here for Cancer coming on into their weekend? Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be the Empress. You could be connecting here possibly with a Libra. For a few of you, taking a look here into the current energy, we have here a High Priestess. What it is you're dealing with, Cancer, we have here the Lovers in reverse, and then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Devil in the reverse position. So let's take a look here and see what we got going on, Cancer, at this time. Now, you do start out here with the Empress card, and you're pairing that Empress here to the High Priestess. Actually, I didn't even notice, we have all 4 major Arcana cards coming out here for Cancer, so that's some pretty big energy. Just want to note, you could be connecting with a Libra, a Pisces, a Gemini, or a Capricorn, as these are all the prominent energies coming into play here at this time. Now, you got an Empress card here, you got a High Priestess here. What this is telling me is, Cancer, you're getting a pretty big intuitive download moving into your weekend. And what I mean by an intuitive download is a very intuitive message. I feel like, Cancer, there is some sort of confirmation coming in for you that it's time to grow in a certain area of life, meaning that you may have to leave something behind in order to explore and find something better. You know, I'm almost feeling like, Cancer, let's say for some of you, you feel like you're stuck at a dead-end job. Maybe you're going to get this intuitive message where it's like, okay, guys, it's time to grow. Like, maybe you found comfort in a job where there isn't much room to grow or any sort of room in general to get ahead and earn more or do more, right? So with that being said, you might be getting that nudge from your guide saying, hey, I know it could be a little scary walking away from a job that you've been comfortable at. Maybe you've been in a job for 7-8 years, but there hasn't been any sort of opportunity to move up. Maybe there is that dead endness to it. At the end of the day, universe here says, guides here say, Cancer, it's time to explore more. Sure, it could be freaky abandoning where you've been. However, though, it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to find better. So I'm feeling like, Cancers, whatever this is, whether it's in the area of work, the area of love, the area of personal growth, the area of friendship, you're at a point in time, I believe, where coming into your weekend, this is about having to let go in order to gain more. Because where you are currently, you've done all the growth you've needed to. There isn't much more progression beyond this, is what I feel. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, Lovers in reversed. You know, right now at this time, I also think you're pretty detached due to the nature of something feeling pretty dead-endy, to say the least, okay? Something here just feels like there's no more progression. You know, maybe you feel like you've reached the peak in a relationship or the peak in a job or the peak in a personal path, and there's nothing really here anymore for you that maybe at one point in time you felt like there was. So I see you guys really getting ready here to let go in order to grow and move forward. You know, looking at the outcome here, Devil reversed, it's time to let go about, or it's time, to let go about, you know, what's been keeping you stuck, or in general, whatever you have been stuck in, it's time to let that go in order for you to find something new and something better, but most importantly, something that you can grow, okay? Whether it's about growing your job, growing your relationships, growing your friendships, growing your personal path, I feel like wherever you are now, it's reached its peak. So it's time here to see what else is out there. Okay, Cancer? So yeah, it could be a bit of a scary feeling for sure. You know, I remember before I started my YouTube channel, I was working a job, and I loved it. I really did. I loved the people I worked with mainly, not necessarily the job, but I loved the people that I worked with. But I knew that there wasn't much beyond that, you know? So getting into a YouTube channel, also not really expecting my YouTube channel to go anywhere, you know, it was fun, it was cool, but I really had no idea what was going on with my life. And when I started to realize, yeah, I'm probably not going anywhere with this job or not having any sort of room to move up or anything of that nature, I decided to give YouTube a full shot, because that's where the growth was. So you got to be willing to let go sometimes, Cancer, because even though my old job was comfortable, creating a new nest egg for me, creating a new kind of work environment and workspace where there was opportunity for growth was magnificent. So the point is whatever it may be for you, you have kind of tapped out. You've reached the limit, I guess, if you will, of where there is potential growth. And it can be scary because you're jumping into something new and it's uncomfortable, but there is so much more better opportunities that await you, and you're not going to be able to have those opportunities if you're not giving yourself the chance to seek them out. Okay? I love you, Cancer. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Do have a great rest of your weekend, babe, okay? All right, guys, we're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Trish said, Aunt, did you feel the earthquake in your area of New York? I know that other areas of New York, Pennsylvania, and all of New Jersey, and it hit North Jersey. Yeah, so I got the alert. Personally, I didn't feel anything. My sister did, though. As she was at work today, she did feel a little bit of the earthquake. And I know that I wasn't home at the time, but I did hear from, you know, a couple of people who live in my apartment building that they actually felt the aftershock, if you will, of the earthquake. For me personally, though, I did not feel shit. So it was kind of just like, oh, there was an earthquake. What the fuck? A little bit odd, though, that there was an earthquake in Jersey. When I got the alert, I shit you guys not. I was like, oh God, guys, that's it. The end times are coming. That was my first reaction to an earthquake in New Jersey. I was like, that's it. The end times are coming. You know, what the Bible has predicted. Here we go. So with that being said, you know, putting all satire aside, I was just like kind of shocked that happened. It was a little odd. But yeah, no, I didn't personally feel it, but I saw, you know, some footage about it, and, you know, some people experienced it. But for me, I was like, yeah, I didn't feel shit. So yeah, I didn't experience the earthquake, but other people did. Either way, though, I hope everybody's okay. For anybody in Jersey, hope you guys are okay too. I know it's not the most intense like earthquake I think that we could have in terms of its magnitude, but it's still a very scary situation for people. So I hope that everybody who, you know, was affected by that is okay nonetheless. Trish said it was mad scary. Yeah, I had no clue. Like, I just got a notification on my phone and I was like, what the fuck? I had no clue. So yeah, hopefully everybody's okay. Fiona asked, random question, Amp, but I'm very curious. What camera do you use to record? So all of the stuff that I use, guys, in terms of my microphone, my equipment, my cameras, is linked down in the description box below. I use the same camera for both my front-facing camera and my overhead camera. So this camera is called the Sony ZV-1. Okay, Z as in zebra, and then V1. So I've been using this for years. It's pretty much a camera that was designed for like a perfect vlogging camera, if you will. But I noticed that it has some of the most amazing autofocus, which I love. Autofocus is really cool and dandy when it comes to tarot. Look at that. We pull a 7 of swords. Anyhow, though, it's really cool. I love autofocus when it comes to tarot. It's great to like zoom in on the cards and stuff. So yeah, it's also pretty budget friendly for cameras. Not to say $800 is really budget friendly, but in the world of cameras are very fucking expensive. So this was kind of like the cheapest I could go, but with really good 4K quality. So I use the Sony ZV-1. It has treated me incredibly well. So if you're interested, I have a link below if you want to purchase it. It's an affiliate link, just to throw that out there, but I have any of my gear. If you guys are interested, it's in my description box, okay? All right, though, guys, let's go ahead and keep it moving forward, though. We're going to hop on into our next sign. So we started out here with water for today. Let's do water, fire, air, and earth. So jumping into our fire, let's have a look here at the lovely and amazing Sagittarian gang. What's popping up here for your weekend, baby? Message is showing up here for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving on in to the next 72 hours. What insight and information do we got showing up here for Sagittarius this weekend? Moving into the next 72. Hopefully we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's take a look. Sagittarius, overall energy for you guys is going to be the Page of Swords in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with a air sign like a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Coming into the current energy, we have here the Emperor, looking at what you're dealing with. Seven of Cups in the upright. Having a look here at the outcome, Sagittarius, we have here a World card in the upright position as well, jumping into your jumping into your weekend, excuse me. So let's go ahead and see what's up, guys. First and foremost, I want to note here, Sagittarius, you got a Page of Swords in reverse, and then you're pairing that here to the Emperor in the upright position. So, it kind of feels like you are no longer hesitating when it's about tapping into, and I'm going to be blunt here, Sagittarius, you're not hesitating to tap into your big dick energy moving into the weekend, okay? I feel like this is a time where you guys are saying, I'm ready to be confident, but I'm also ready to put my foot down. I'm ready to initiate. I'm ready to make sure nobody crosses my boundaries. You are in a space here this weekend where you are very much so sitting in your power. There is no hesitation showing up here at this time. Looking at what you're dealing with here being the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups could be about being a bit overwhelmed. You may feel like a lot is on your plate right now, or you might feel like a lot of people are bringing in a lot of different energies into your energy right now in your energetic field. And I feel like for you, you're saying to yourself, I need to make sure that I'm tapping into my power so that I can kind of scan thoroughly what is serving me at this time and what's not. I also kind of feel like people are, and I don't know why people are picking up this energy with Sagittarians, and I just want to say this for the record, Sagittarius, almost no Sagittarians I've ever connected with have ever been known to be a pushover, and I don't even think you're naturally a pushover, but for some reason, why do I feel like people are looking at you like you are? And that's not the fucking case. So Sagittarians, it's like, people need to understand, if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to. Like, I feel like a lot of people are bringing you a plate of bullshit, and you're over here saying, nope, I can't have people thinking that I'm going to sit here and take the bullshit when the bullshit is not what I resonate with, okay? So Sagittarians, I feel like this is about having to show people that they're not going to pull one over you. They're not going to make you feel uncomfortable. They're not going to intimidate you. They're not going to overstep your boundaries. You're showing people your strength. You're showing people that you respect yourself. You're showing people that you stand in your power, and you are not going to tolerate things that are intolerable, okay? So I don't know why I'm getting that feeling where people are thinking they can push your buttons in a certain way, but no buttons will be pushed, okay, is what I can assure you guys coming into the weekend here. You know, looking at the outcome, the World card is a card here that represents, you know, shutting down a cycle. So I feel that if you're noticing interesting patterns of people, you know, thinking they could take advantage of you, thinking that they could push your boundaries, whatever the case here may be, you're like, I need to shut this shit down before people think that they can actually do this or that they're allowed to do this, right? Period. So Sagittarians, essentially you're showing people, listen, don't mess with the bull, you'll get the fucking horns. I'm not the person to be fucked with, okay? So at the end of the day here, I believe that with the Emperor card, you're tapping into your power and you're just showing that you're not to be messed with. You are a force to be reckoned with, okay, Sagittarius? Goddamn. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe you're dealing with multiple people lately who have just felt like for some reason they could take advantage of you, or you're dealing with people who have been mistaking your kindness for a weakness. But overall, it's just something you're not going to stand for. So I feel like you need to show the world here, period. Guys, I'm a very strong person, and I'm not going to tolerate intolerable bullshit, okay? Interesting storyline. Take it if it resonates, though, Sag. It might not be your story, but if it does, if it resonates, cool. If not, no worries, but thank you for tuning in here anyhow, okay? Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, baby. So we did our fire and our water. Let's go ahead and hop on into our air signs here next, okay? Trish said, one second, y'all. Trish said I was located 20 minutes from where it initiated. It was just an eerie, weird feeling when the house rocks. Yeah, like for me, like I said, I did not experience that. I don't think I've personally ever experienced an earthquake, so definitely could see how that's a really, really odd experience. Nini said, your intuition about the end coming is on point. If you sensed it, I trust it's the truth. Here's my thing. You know, I had like a comment yesterday on one of my videos too of people like pretty much telling me like, you know, don't talk about government stuff, or like, you know, people I guess sometimes like feel weird about the shit I say. At the end of the day, do I think the end times are coming? No, I don't think, like, for me personally, I respect religion, but I don't believe in like the Bible's version of like the end and the rapture and shit like that. I don't believe in that. I don't believe the end is coming in that kind of retrospect. It was a joke when I said that, but I think ultimately what's happening is that we're experiencing a massive timeline shift. So from what my intuition is telling me, timelines are colliding versus the really crappy timeline we've been on for the past couple of years versus a high vibrational timeline that a lot of intuitives refer to as New Earth. Okay, have you guys ever heard that? A lot of intuitives have been talking about this New Earth for many fucking years. And a lot of people have been wondering, hey, when the hell is this New Earth going to happen? And if you've noticed, you know, the world's gotten fucking crazier. Not even just since 2020, just since 2012, right? When the Mayan calendar said the world was going to end, the world's gotten fucking crazier since 2012. And it's interesting because life doesn't feel the same as it used to, right, guys? When you think about it, does life feel like it used to, or does it feel more eerie over the years, more and more and more? So I feel like we've shifted into collectively a very, very, very low vibrational timeline. But I believe when I say the end is coming or anything of that nature, I feel like we're getting closer and closer to that depiction of New Earth. We're getting closer to a higher vibrational timeline. And what's going to happen here is we're going to have to choose. Do we want to go high vibration, or do we want to stay in this vibration we've been in for the past couple years, right? So I feel like timelines are shifting. I feel like a shift is coming soon collectively, but it's going to be your choice. Are we staying here in this kind of hellish, low vibrational Earth, or are we moving into something more high vibrational, like the, you know, depiction, if you will, of the New Earth? Okay, so that's kind of the way that I see it, you know, but everybody is open to their own beliefs. I'm not here to judge. You guys do you, you know? Kennedy June, thanks so much for the donation. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. But I believe you can say what you like, fuck it. Yeah, that's how I am as a person. I don't really care, guys. Like, I've had people who like just don't like the shit I say in general. Like, just don't watch me. I don't really fucking care, you know? And that's not me being rude or mean or anything. It's just the truth. Like, if you don't like watching something, don't fucking watch it. That's like a waste of your damn time, you know? And if you don't support anything I say, like, you're allowed to have a right to your opinion. Just know that I just don't really give a shit. That's okay. You don't have to support what I say, you know? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion and beliefs, baby. That's the beauty of being a human, right? Being a free spirit. Very Happy Money said history repeats itself, although the details shift. We can sit back and grab some popcorn. If you pray, why worry? And if you worry, why pray? Ooh, I like that depiction too. Really cool. Yeah, but either way though, I think there's a massive timeline shift happening, and I feel like the eclipse has something to do with it. I feel like the eclipse is going to be a timeline merge vibrationally that a lot of people are going to be affected by, but I don't see this as a negative experience. I see it as a very powerful one. So I don't know. I got an interesting gut feeling about what's happening with the eclipse. Okay. Can't explain it, but I feel like it's going to be really fucking cool. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. 100%. Anyhow though, guys, jumping back to it, air signs, what's up? Let's see what's going on here for your weekend, guys. I hope you guys are awesome. Let's hop on into Gemini. What's going on here, Team Gems? Coming on into the weekend, baby. What do we got here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving on into the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here, baby? Message is showing up here for Team Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving into the next 72 hours. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Hopefully we're looking at some awesome stuff. Gemini, overall energy for you, Two of Pentacles. Balancing, juggling. I feel like there's a lot on your plate right now. You seem a little anxious, guys, or like a little like fucking, what's the word I'm looking for here? Frazzled? Frazzled. I feel like frazzled energy is showing up here, Gemini. You're a little frazzled coming into tomorrow. You can feel like you just have a lot going on. Maybe you're feeling frazzled at work because it's like, I have so much shit to do at work, but I also have so much shit to do at home, and I have so much shit to do for like my man. I have so much shit to do for like my animals. Like, there's just a lot. You need a fucking minute to like chill, recuperate yourself, and then like attack everything one step and one moment at a time. When you try to take on the world, guys, the world's gonna knock you on your ass. Remember that, right? So excuse me. When you try to take on the world's gonna knock you on your ass. So when you're in a very frazzled state, the best thing you can do is meditate, bring yourself to a grounded space, and then handle everything one step at a time. So Geminis, I feel like automatically coming into tomorrow, just based off that Two of Pentacles, try to handle your day one step at a time. Try not to be very overwhelmed, okay? Coming into the current energy, Ace of Cups showing up in reverse here. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Queen of Wands in reverse. And looking at the outcome, we have here the Five of Wands. So yeah, it definitely feels like a day of distress with that Five of Wands showing up. Like I said, I think you guys just have a lot on your plate. It's like Ace of Cups reversed. I don't like this energy. I feel like I'm constantly pouring water out of my cup into the cup of others, but what am I left with, right? And that's kind of the main thing about the Ace of Cups that I talk about very frequently. When you're pouring out your cup repeatedly, right? Look at this water bottle. It's almost empty. If I pour all of my water into the cup of every single fucking person, I'm left with nothing to drink, right? Even if I'm over here where I'm at right now with this water bottle, there's barely any water in here, right, guys? If I'm only coming back with this much after pouring into everybody else's cup, is this enough water for me? Fuck no, okay? I actually need another bottle of water because I'm a thirsty fucking hoe today. Regardless, and moving forward for the Geminis, I feel like you're just in a space, guys, where you're doing a lot for everybody, but you're not doing enough for yourself. And that's putting you into a very, distressed kind of state of being. And I also feel too like you're not very confident coming into tomorrow. Gemini, I don't want you to think this is me chewing you up. This is what I'm seeing, but of course I'm going to back you up with some advice, so no worries. But I feel like you're just not feeling super confident in your ability to get everything done. You just seem stressed. Maybe you have deadlines, projects, shit to do, whatever the case may be, and you just seem really fucking stressed out about it. Here's what I'm going to say. You're going to get it done, okay? So don't stress, baby. You got this. You're going to get everything done that you need to. However, though, if you're trying to take on everything at once, you're going to screw yourself over, you're going to freeze, and then you're going to feel completely demotivated and defeated. However, though, if you take it one stop and one step at a time, you're going to be A-okay, all right? So I want to say, word to the wise for Geminis, coming on into tomorrow, give yourself some space to genuinely breathe, give yourself some time to decompress, and also remember, too, don't pour out all of your water into every other person's cup and fucking come back with nothing. Don't do that. Okay? Make sure that you pour a little bit into one person's cup and then resupply your water from the well back into yours. So what I mean is, Gemini, take everything one step at a time, but also make sure you're okay. We don't want to see Geminis here stressed. We don't want to see Geminis here uncomfortable. We don't want to see Geminis here in distress. So do your best here to make sure that you're taking care of yourself periodically as much as possible coming into coming into the weekend, right? It's a weekend read here, not a daily. Make sure this weekend you are just doing the most you can here to check in with yourself, and you're going to be okay. All right? So do what you can here to get out of that frazzled energy. Bring forward peace. Take it one step at a time. Everything's going to be okay. All right, Geminis, I love you. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Take it if it resonates, of course, and leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, guys, we did our air, water, fire, earth signs. You guys are coming up here next, okay? Trish said over here, she said, spot on for me with Gemini, dealing with mom in assisted living, work, family, and friends. Yeah, definitely sounds like a very, intense kind of time. But like I mentioned, right, you just got to work through it one step at a time. Try not to overwhelm yourself. Try not to overlap schedules. If there's any way you can just try to do like one thing a day and not doing, too much, that's awesome. Of course, that may not be realistic, but, make sure you're giving yourself time back to you too. I'm a person who's a massive juggler. I do a lot within a day, and I know a lot of people don't see that because I'm a very behind the scenes kind of person, but I don't always have a lot of time for myself. I'm a person who juggles a lot, for me, but also for others. And, one thing I can say is that coming from an individual who's, met myself with being overwhelmed a lot, I've learned that just one thing at a time, one step at a time really is the fucking key. The moment you try to take on the world, and I said this already, it's going to knock you on your ass and it's not a good time. So just make sure, man, you got a lot on your plate. Take it one step at a time, one thing at a time. Don't try to do everything at once, okay? We're not super fucking human. We're human, right? Definitely something to think about, but let's keep it moving forward. So air, we did. Water, we did. Fire, we did. Earth signs. Let's get into Capricorn, baby, and see what we got going on here for your weekend, okay? What information and insight do we got rolling on in here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus coming on into the next 72 hours. What information and insight do we got popping on in here for Capricorn? Moving on into the weekend. Hopefully we're looking at some awesome sauce. What's going on here, Team Cappy? Let's go ahead and check it out, okay? Overall energy here for you, Capricorn, is going to be the Three of Swords in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the Ten of Wands, what it is you're dealing with this weekend, the King of Cups, and looking at the outcome for your weekend, the Lovers, ooh la la, which by the way is a Gemini energy, so you could be connecting with a Gemini potentially. So Capricorns, you got here first and foremost a Three of Swords reversed paired to a Ten of Wands upright. I feel like this is the time where you're separating yourself away from the burdens. I'm done doing everything for everyone. I'm going to put myself into consideration, and I'm going to take care. Most importantly, I feel what's being highlighted is your mental health. I want to take care of my mental health. It's been very mentally draining taking care of X, Y, and Z, doing this for X, Y, and Z. So I feel like moving into your weekend, this is the time to cancel plans. This is the time to say, fuck it. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. You can go do it yourself. Capricorns are very much so massive caretakers for the people they love. My mom is a Capricorn, and she will go so fucking hard for me and so fucking hard for my family in general. But like, if I'm like, yo mom, like, you know, you think you can help me with this? Oh, sure. And she'll do it to the extreme because she fucking cares. And when a Capricorn cares, just know if they're doing the most for you, it's because they fucking love you. But sometimes Capricorns, even for the peeps you love, people just got to figure shit out. People just got to do things on their own because you don't always have to do it for everybody, right? Whatever it is you may be doing. And sometimes, unfortunately, not saying this is in every case, but sometimes, unfortunately, too, you can do the most for the people you love, and maybe they take it for granted. Maybe they don't appreciate it. Maybe they don't see the things you do, and that's really, really frustrating, too. So I feel like jumping into your weekend, this is about saying, I need some time to prioritize my mental. I need my peace of mind and my clarity. I need to feel good emotionally. I've just been doing a lot, and it's been overwhelming, and I feel like right now, I need to put myself at the top of the priority chain. And I don't see anything wrong with that in the slightest, Capricorn. You know, looking at the outcome, Lover's card here, as much as I love everybody else, this is also a time for me to love myself and make sure that I'm giving myself exactly what I need as well. Okay? And I very much so agree with that, Capricorn. So guys, if you need a break this week from doing shit, kick off your socks, put your feet up, go pour yourself a bottle of wine, order a fucking pizza, and turn on the goddamn TV and enjoy yourselves. Okay, baby? Go for a walk. Do whatever the hell you love. This is a weekend for you, so don't hesitate to spend this weekend for you and to do whatever the hell you want, okay? All right, Capricorns. I love my cappuccinos. Thank you guys for watching. If it resonates, cool. If not, no worries, but thanks everybody for tuning in, okay? All right, guys, we did our first batch of zodiac signs for the weekend read. We're hopping into our second batch here shortly, okay? So do give me a little bit here, and then we'll jump on into it. Hey, what's going on, Faith, Action, Bravery? How are you? You said thank you. You're very welcome, my love. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. What's up, Rastafari? How you doing? What's going on, Cornelia? What's up, April? How you guys doing here today? What up, Jenny Love Tarot? You said you love it? Yes. There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up. How are you, Jenny Love Tarot? Appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Oh, I need to fucking do like one of those. I need to buy one of those Vicks vapor rub shower things. You know, the things you put at like the shower and it allows all the steam and stuff to clear out your sinuses, because I've been so stuffy for like the past 2 days, especially with the weather changing, because it's supposed to be getting warmer, but we've just had like the worst rain here in New York, and we've also just had like really cold weather too. So my fucking nose is just stuffed. I need to go buy, you know, that Vicks shower thing. It like really helps opening up your sinuses. Also, putting eucalyptus in your shower too, guys, really helps out your sinuses too. But I need to clear out my fucking nose, man. What's up, Lexi Rose? Tuning in again for the weekend read. Let's get something good. Hell yes, indeed. Thank you for watching, Lexi Rose. Appreciate it. Hey, Stephanie Brooke. How you doing? Rastafari said, loving this Friday feeling. Me too, baby. Hell yeah. TGIF, dog. Thank God it is Friday. One thing I will say, and I mentioned this yesterday too. Sorry, I still had Capricorn on the screen. One thing I will say though is, I even mentioned it yesterday, this week has been flying the fuck by. This has been a super duper fast week. So hopefully we can slow down over the weekend and really enjoy that that relaxing and rejuvenative time for sure. But yeah, it's been a super quick week, so I'm hoping the weekend can slow down a little bit, you know? Happy Friday though, y'all. All right though, guys. Let's get back to it. We're going back into water. We already touched base here with Cancer. So let's touch base here with the lovely and amazing Pisces and see what we got going on here for the fish. Okay. What insight and information do we got popping on through here for Pisces, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving on into the next 72 hours. What do we got showing up here, please, for our zodiac signs of Pisces? Coming on into the weekend. What's up here, baby? Hopefully we're looking at some awesome sauce. Pisces, overall energy for you is going to be the Eight of Cups in the upright position. Having a look here at the current energy, we got here the Fool in reverse, looking at what you're dealing with. We got a Knight of Cups in reverse, looking at the outcome here for Pisces is going to be the Tower in reverse. Now, first and foremost here, Team Pisces, I feel with the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from something here, but I don't think that it's something you inherently want to walk away from. But I feel like ultimately you're just so tired of not knowing where something is going. So you're dealing with a situation of the unknown, okay? Couple things to note real fast. You could be connecting here with an Aries. You also could be dealing with a Scorpio. But I feel like this is about, I'm so tired of just not knowing where something's going. I can't live my life without a certain level of certainty. And I feel like you're connecting with somebody here who's just not giving you that level of certainty, okay? It seems like someone is just either constantly going out on a whim or living their life on a whim. And I think you're tired of that energy. You know, the Fool card is usually an energy of fuck it, let's go with the flow. But how long can we go with the flow until we have a bit of structure? So I feel like what's lacking is structure, and you're looking for structure. You know, you're getting really tired of uncertainty. If you're connecting with somebody romantically, it's like, okay, we've went with the flow for a couple months now. Like, are we going to be a couple? Are we going to do something about our connection? Or are we just going to keep on going with the flow? Because, you know, going with the flow ain't going to get a ring on my finger, right? So with that being said here, it could be the same thing about work. You know, maybe you've been going with the flow and work for a while, but it's like, okay, what the fuck am I doing here with my career, right? So the point here, Pisces, is you're tired of this lack of uncertainty. So looking at what you're dealing with, Knight of Cups reversed, you're not satisfied, you're not happy with this. So looking at the outcome here being the Tower reversed, Tower in the reverse here says, this right now is not the kind of structure I need in my life. And the Tower always says, if the foundation is false, you got to tear down that foundation to build something more sturdy. So Pisces, I feel like what you feel in your life right now that you need a structure. And if there is lack of structure, it's time to tear down the situations, relationships, or anything of that nomenclature that doesn't have structure. And it's time to start reinforcing structure in your life. So I feel like you're focusing on having more structure in friendships, in relationships as a whole, in your career, in your personal path, etc. I want to know what I'm doing and where I'm going. I'm tired of living life on the edge of, well, I don't know where this is going. I don't want to keep on relying on blind faith. I want a footing and I want an idea of what I'm going to experience. And I don't blame you. I love structure, dude. And at the end of the day, as a Cancer, we love security. Now, I think that sometimes going with the flow is worth it. But it isn't a permanent solution. It's a go with the flow kind of thing. It's a short-term solution. When you're going with the flow forever, then you're basically just constantly jumping and adventuring into the unknown, never knowing what you're going to find. Structure also leads you to creation, right? When you have a sense of a structure, you can create what you want because you're mapping out your vision and you're creating your vision and bringing it to life. When there's lack of structure, you're constantly in a state where there might not be so much creation because there's no vision behind it, you know? So this is what I'm seeing here for your weekend, Piscean. Of course, take it if it resonates, right? Leave it if it's not your story, but thanks for tuning in here anyhow. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Shout out to the fish, okay? All right, guys, we did our Pisces. Water, we did already. We're going to hop on into fire here next. And jumping into fire, we're going to take a look here at Team Leo, okay? You're just going to dance it away. That's what's up. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. What do we got going on here, though, for our zodiac signs of Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on in to the next 72 hours. What's up here, baby? Messages and insight. Rolling on in here for Team Leo. Moving on into the weekend. What's up, Jessica? How you doing? Thanks so much for stopping by. All right, Team Leo, let's get our last and our final shuffle, and we'll see what's in store for you, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some cool stuff. Team Leo, overall energy coming into play here for you is going to be the Devil in the upright position. You could be connecting here possibly with a Capricorn for a few of you. Coming into the current energy, we have here the World card, looking at what you're dealing with. We have here the Hierophant. Looking at the outcome, Leo, we have here the Chariot card in the upright position. All 4 major arcanas coming out. You could be connecting here with a Cancer. We have Taurus. We have here a Capricorn. We also have Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo showing up here as well. So a lot of different signs and a lot of different energies. Now, first and foremost, we do begin here with the Devil, and then we pair that Devil here to the World card in the upright position as well. I would say, Leo, I think you're at a point in time right now with the Devil here to the World card that you're noticing I'm not making much progress where I'm at with someone or where I'm at with a situation. I think you're starting to begin to see your stagnancy, or you're beginning to feel a little bit trapped. And I don't believe you like that feeling of being trapped, okay? Who does, right? But maybe you're feeling trapped romantically with somebody. Maybe you're feeling trapped in your work. Maybe you're feeling trapped in your personal life. But that is a very uncomfortable feeling for you, because you want to be able to see a opportunity of growth in a situation. But I think that the more you realize there isn't, the more you're starting to begin to conclude maybe there is no growth here. You know, if you're dealing with somebody right now romantically, maybe this isn't somebody you want to grow with and have a relationship with for the future. Maybe this isn't the job you want to continue to progress. So I'm seeing Leos kind of realizing and recognizing maybe I don't want growth with my current circumstance, and maybe that's why there hasn't been growth in the first place. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, the Hierophant, sure, you've been devoted, but you haven't been fully invested. Right? You've been devoted to a person, place, or thing lately, but I don't think you've been fully invested in whatever this is, Leo. Like, your heart's not truly, or totally in it. You know, you're in it kinda, but it's not like this is what you truly want and you're 100% balls to the wall invested in. So I think you're realizing, yeah, there's a reason I'm stuck, and that reason is because maybe I'm not totally into this. You know, maybe if you've been talking to somebody for a while, but you haven't taken that next step to have a relationship or something of that nature, maybe the truth is you're not totally into that person, right? Or you're not totally into this job. That's why you haven't really strived to level up in that career field, you know? So I think that's what is happening here, right? The World card, everything's coming full circle for you, that you are feeling trapped somewhere, and it's not something that you feel is healthy. It's not something that you feel is what you want. So instead of remaining trapped, it is time here to open up a different path with the Chariot card. You know, Chariot card here says it's time to move in a different direction, to where I feel like I authentically can grow doing something I want or being with someone whom I want to be with, and that I want to see real growth happen with too. Okay? So Leos, take that if it resonates, of course. Leave it if it doesn't, but thank you guys for tuning in here anyhow. I've actually seen this energy a little bit today in the weekend read. So, wrong button, guys, but I've seen this energy, Leos, in the weekend read today pretty frequently so far. I almost feel like it's kind of like a collective message for the weekend. Maybe a lot of people are starting to come to terms with what they may no longer want to invest in at this time. I think a lot of people may be realizing maybe I'm not totally into something or someone. Kind of feels like the vibe this weekend, okay? Anyhow, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Of course, Leos, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate you. By the way, Rastafari Ann, thanks so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate you so much, my love. So thank you. Jessica said it's freezing cold in Cali, even though it's spring. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with that being said, you know, usually in New York, spring weather is relatively nice, but nope, it's been super fucking cold. So it's pretty odd, you know? For sure. But real quick, guys, before we continue, I've already touched base here with water and fire. Coming up next, guys, is going to be Team Libra, so Libras, do stay tuned. I just want to grab another water bottle real fast before I continue. So let me get some water real fast, guys, and then we'll jump back into our next batch of zodiac signs, okay? So don't go anywhere, get cozy, grab a snack, do whatever you want, and then I'll be right back, guys, okay? Give me one sec, y'all.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much. Needed to grab a bottle of water here real quick. Pisces love, what's up? Hey, Aunt, sorry us Cali people are sending you earthquakes. No worries. You guys deal with it enough, right? So, you know, gotta send an earthquake somewhere else with that being said, right? Either way, though, no worries. Pisces love, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. Anyhow, though, guys, without a further ado, let's get back to it. We're going to jump on into our air signs. Like I said, we're hopping into Libra. So, Team Libra, let's have a look at you and see what we got going on. What information and insight do we got rolling on in here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving into the next 72 hours. What's up here for Libra this weekend? Message is showing up here for Libra. Moving into the next 72. Let's go ahead and have a look here, guys. Hopefully, we are looking at some awesome solace. Libra, overall energy for you is going to be an 8 of Pentacles. You could be connecting here possibly with an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Coming into the current energy, we got here the Empress. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the 8 of Cups in reverse. And looking at the outcome, Libra is going to be the 3 of Pentacles in the upright position. So, jumping into the weekend here for Libras, let's go ahead and begin. I want to say we got an 8 of Pens here. We got here an Empress card. I feel like you're working on self-love. This feels like a weekend where you're working on embracing more personal growth, more personal development, more self-love. You seem very dialed in on you at the end of the day, right? What is one thing you're always going to have to rely on? 8 of Cups reverse, yourself. You are always someone you can come back to. You are always someone you can rely on, because in the end and in the beginning, all you will ever have is you. Okay, so with that being said here, Libras, I feel like a lot of you are coming to very deep conclusions that maybe this is the time right now to really improve upon my relationship that I have with myself. Looking at the outcome, 3 of Pentacles, not only are you getting to work here, Libra, but you're starting to notice the more work I've been putting into me, damn, the more results I've been seeing, huh? The more work that I've been putting into myself, the more results are starting to come to fruition. So I'm starting to begin to see how the work is paying off. 3 of Pentacles says the work you're putting into yourself is working out for you. So that's really awesome to see here, guys. I think that this is a time this weekend where you're just dialing in more and more in regards to self-help, in regards to self and personal growth and development, and you're happy to actually see results coming through from the hard work you're putting in. So I love that, guys. Really cool read. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but I am always a massive fan of self-love and personal development, so it looks pretty nice here to see that come into play for you. Okay? Awesome. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thanks, Libra, for watching. Take it if it resonates, and leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, guys, we did our air. We're going to hop into earth signs here next. Yuan asked, does a combination of 3 of Pentacles and Empress mean growth in creative pursuits? It could mean growth in creative pursuits. The truth is, guys, is we have to remember, tarot is based on the interpreter. Even though tarot can have basic general meanings, it's all about what it means to you at the time that you are reading it. So try not to, it's kind of like, how do I say this? You know when you would like memorize things for a test, and it's not even about necessarily knowing the information, but it's more about memorizing the answers. When you look at tarot as that, as trying to like memorize the answers, if you will, you're always going to find yourself in a period of time where you're maybe not fully connecting to what it is you're doing, right? So always remember with tarot, try to lean way more into the intuition rather than into a generalized concept or a meaning of what the cards are, you know? Look at how it means to you in the moment you're reading it. Whatever the intuitive, feeling you're getting, or whatever the story is telling you at that time when you're reading the cards, that's what it really comes down to. It definitely, by the way, could mean that 100%. It definitely could mean that for sure, but it's always going to be coming down to what you feel it means the most in this intuitive period as you're reading. So something to keep in mind, okay? Oh boy. Oh yeah, lagging? I think so. I see it over here. Give me one sec, guys. Let me make sure that nope, it is lagging, guys. You are correct. I just want to know though, I want to make sure you guys can at least still hear me. Unfortunately, we're having a little bit of a Wi-Fi drop right now, but as long as you guys can hear me clearly, I'm happy about that. If I'm choppy, I don't care, but let me know if the audio is coming in clear enough, okay? If not though, I'm going to see what I can do here to fix it. Unfortunately though, with internet situations like this, guys, kind of just have to ride it out. There's not much I can do. So I'm hoping it resolves itself, because I do see over here my frickin' internet's dropping up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm hoping it goes back up though. Usually it ends up stabilizing and leveling out. So let's give it a moment or a minute or two, and hopefully we end up getting to a more smoother place. But yeah, this is what I was battling with for the past couple days, ever since we had those intense storms in New York, guys. So with that being said, hang in there with me today with this crappy internet right now. Let me know if you guys can hear me clearly though, okay? I'm going to go check on my phone how this stream is looking. Extreme lagging, I get it. I get it. Let me see. Yeah, as long as you guys can hear me, that's what I care about the most. But let me double check. Can still hear? Okay, good. I want to make sure the audio is not lagging. Let me see what this looks like. Oh, I mean, I see the lag, but it's not that bad. It actually doesn't look too bad. It's just choppy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue, guys. I hope the internet picks up. But either way, as long as you guys can hear me, that's what matters. So let's get back to it, okay? Hopefully it resolves itself in a couple of moments or so. Anyhow, we did Libra. We also did we did our water, we did our fire, we did our air. So we're going to jump back into our earth signs, okay? So getting on into our earth signs, let's go ahead and touch base here with Team Virgo and see what we got going on. What information and insight do we got showing up here for Virgo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on in to the next 72 hours. What insight and information, please, do we got popping on in here for Virgo? Coming on into the weekend. Hopefully, guys, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. By the way, just bear through the lag right now, everybody. As long as you can hear me, that's the important part. So let's see what is showing up here for Virgo. What is going on? Overall energy here for your weekend is going to be the Strength in reverse. You might be connecting here possibly with a Leo for a few of you. Coming into the current energy, we have here the Ace of Wands in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Wheel of Fortune, and looking at the outcome for the weekend, Virgo, is going to be the Four of Swords in the reverse position as well. So as far as what I'm picking up on here for Virgo peeps, I pretty much feel Strength in reverse here, Ace of Wands in reverse here. You're at a point where I don't think you're seeing a vision very clearly as you've once seen it. And what I mean by this is something doesn't seem the same, okay? It feels, Virgo, like the image you have seen in the past is not the same image you see today. Maybe when you were looking into certain careers at one point, something seemed to be the dream, it seemed to be magnificent, but as you look at it today, it isn't what brings you joy anymore, it isn't what brings you excitement, it isn't what you feel is the end goal. So I think what's changing here is your vision for the future. Looking at what you're dealing with this weekend, we have here a Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is representative of time, to change here, to begin a new cycle, to look into a different kind of fortuitous future for yourself. And I feel like that's where you're at. I think you're looking for something brand new. Virgo's essentially, I think right now, the foundation of what it is you want has very significantly changed, and you're really starting to embrace that now here coming into your weekend. Looking at the outcome being the Four of Swords reversed, Four of Swords reversed is telling me that at one point the Four of Swords was in the upright, which would represent that you were probably like, this vision for me isn't really what I want anymore, but I guess I'm still going to go for it. I think that now you're starting to see this weekend. I was settling in the past for a vision that I didn't truly really want anymore. I wanted it at one point, but I don't want it anymore. So I was settling in the past, but I'm not settling now. So this weekend, it's about breaking that energy of settling and deciding to go for better and to choose better for yourself at this time. So Virgos, you are deciding essentially, I don't see something as what I want anymore. And therefore, I'm going to focus on what I do want instead. And I'm going to allow myself to be open to that brand new type of cycle. Okay? I love that. That's awesome. Never settle, everybody. There's always better out there, but you got to be willing to open yourself up to find it. Okay? Cool. I love it. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Of course, Virgos, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thank you for tuning in here anyhow. Okay? All right. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have touched base here, guys, with our second batch of zodiacs. We're going to get into our last and our final batch here shortly, okay? And by the way, goddamn, I know it's lagging, but I didn't expect that many people to be like, okay, Ant's lagging, I'm leaving the stream. Anyways, appreciate the people sticking around, guys. Can't do nothing about the internet. It may not look pretty, but roll with it. It is what it is, okay? Heather Ann, how you doing? You said changes, but the endings are leading to healthier beginnings. It doesn't mean it's gone forever. It's just that the relationship here is changing. Oh yeah, man. Absolutely. By the way, Heather, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. You love the Mercury presence. I love it too, right? We got to deal with Mercury retrograde. Anyhow, guys, like I said, I know it's lagging. I can't do anything about it. I have a really crappy internet provider company, and unfortunately, they are the only people from my area, so wish I had Verizon instead, but it is what it is, okay? All right, guys. Second batch is done. Last batch is incoming. We're going to hop on into our final four here in a second, and then we'll see what's up. By the way, Fawn, thank you so much for keeping up with the signs. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. All right, guys. 4 more to go. Let's see what's up. We've already done Cancer. We've done Pisces. So we're hopping into Team Scorpio, and we'll see what we got going on for you. Real quick, Heather Ann, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Appreciate you, dude. Have a coffee on me, Ant-Man, or get your lady a flower, or kitty a treat, or your mom a salad. LOL. I wish salads would cost $5 nowadays, but unfortunately, salads are intense. I don't know why. Well, I mean, it makes sense. The healthier shit's always more expensive than the cheaper shit, to be fair. But anyhow, I appreciate that donation so much nonetheless. I will gladly take a coffee. So I appreciate that 5. I will treat me and my girlfriend to some nice coffee. Thank you very, very much, Heather, and it is much, much appreciated, okay? All right, guys, let's get back to it. Scorpios, you're up. Let's see what's popping with you. I hope we're looking at some awesome stuff. So what do we got going on here for our zodiac sign of Scorpio? Message is showing up here for Scorpio, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on into the next 24 hours. What information and insight is rolling on in here for Team Scorpio? Hopefully we're looking at a pretty fantastic weekend, everybody. We're going to get about 2 more shuffles here for the Scorpios, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully we're looking at some really fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead here and begin. Scorpio, overall energy for you is going to be the 4 cups in reverse. Looking at the current energy, we have here a 9 of Pentacles in the upright position. What you're dealing with, everybody, we have here a 10 of Cups in reverse. And looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Chariot in the reverse position too. So Scorpios, I feel like coming into your energy so far, you're kind of in this period of time where you, well, first and foremost, I want to mention you could be connecting with a Cancer, but Scorpios, 4 cups reversed here, 9 of Pentacles up here in the upright position. I want to say I almost feel like right now flying solo this weekend feels so much better than being around everybody else. Scorpios, I feel like you want to be a hermit. Like you were much more comfortable this weekend, I think, just doing you than being really social or being super interactive with other people. I just think that this is the weekend where it's like, I just want to be with myself and be with my thoughts and kind of collect myself is what it feels like. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, 10 of Cups in reversed, typically that represents that maybe you're not feeling the most fulfilled. And as a water sign, I noticed this for me personally, so maybe you can relate, but I don't like being around people when I'm not in a good vibe. I like being in my own energy because being in my own energy is more rejuvenating. I can fucking talk to myself. I can communicate to myself. I can figure out what's wrong and how I can make myself feel better. I've always been very good at self-regulation, and I feel like water signs are very good at that too. So I think that maybe you can relate in that retrospect where maybe I'm not feeling the best, so I don't really want to be around others. I kind of just want to be in a more rejuvenative kind of space and be in my own energy and take care of how I'm feeling, right? Looking at the outcome here, Chariot reverse, it's like before I can go forward, I need to make sure I'm good. So I feel like it's a weekend where you're checking in with yourself, you're making sure you're okay, you're making sure you're good, you're taking care of yourself. You know, you're in this space and time right now where it's like, I just want to do me, and being around others just doesn't feel like the vibe. Also, Scorpio, it's like, I don't want to be around other people in a bad mood and drag other people down too. It's like, I'm good right now just being in my own energetic space. And also that's how you feel like you get to a better space too, right? So I can relate to that at least. If it's not your story, cool. If not, no worries. But either way, guys, Scorpios, moving into your weekend, you're doing you. Take that if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. But thank you for tuning in here anyhow. Really appreciate you. And, feel better, dude. 10 of Cups reversed is a card of like, I'm just not feeling the best. And I get that wholeheartedly. So if you need some time to do you, baby, do you. If you want to watch movies all day and stay inside on a Saturday, fucking do it. If that's rejuvenating, hell yeah, all right? So definitely limiting interaction, focusing on you, and it feels like it's much more of a better time than being around others. So take some time to conceptualize what's happening and get your thoughts together, and you'll be a-okay. All right, Scorps, I love ya. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So, guys, we have touched base here with all of our water signs. So every water sign is done for the weekend reading. We're hopping into fire signs here next, okay? All right. Nope, not sweating it at all. It's all good, Heather Ann. At the end of the day, guys, yeah, like Marissa said, it really isn't that bad. It's just a little bit of lag, a little bit of frame. What it is frame drops, right? So the way that it works is when frames are basically dropping, everything appears like it's lagging, and you get frame drops by upload speeds varying and not being at a constant bit rate. So with that being said, my upload speed, unfortunately, isn't symmetrical as my download speed. I have great download speed for internet, but my upload speed is only about 35 megabits per second. It's not amazing. So with that being said, if I had symmetrical speeds, I would never lag. But either way, that's what's going on there internet wise. So, my upload speed is just getting tanked a little bit. It's been really crappy, stormy weather for a couple days. It could have something to do with that. There could be an outage somewhere nearby. So we just got to roll with the punches here, So it's going to look a little laggy, but it'll be okay. As long as you guys can hear me, that's the important part, okay? It's the retrograde messing with electronics, probably, but there's a lot going on. What's up, Echo? How are you doing? Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Water is all done. We're going to hop into fire signs next. And Ramfam, you guys are going to be up. So let's see what we got coming in here for Team Aries rolling into your weekend. Hopefully we're looking at some really wonderful stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look, okay? What insight and information, baby, do we got showing up here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving on in to the next 72 hours. What's showing up here, please, for our zodiac sign for Aries? Moving on into the next 72. What's up here for your weekend, Ram Fam? Hopefully we're going to be looking at some really fantastic stuff. Aries overall energy for you guys is going to be the 10 of Wands in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, Sag, or Leo. Coming into the current energy, we have here the Hierophant. What it is you're dealing with, we got here a Page of Swords in reverse. And looking at the outcome for Aries peeps is going to be the Two of Swords in reverse as well, showing up this weekend. Now, I just want to mention for you, you might be in a place right now where you're focusing on dedication to really getting through problems. Like, I feel like you've been very dedicated and working through stuff. Aries, if you've had problems, you've been the master of fucking solutions, and that's awesome. I always tell people, guys, if you have a problem, stop fucking reinforcing it. Find a goddamn solution, okay? The point is, and this is a raw truth, and this might sound harsh, but it's tough love. If you have a reoccurring problem that is within your control and you choose to do nothing about it, you being in the energy you're not happy with and the circumstances you're not happy with is nobody else's fault but your own. Right? I think a lot of people have the mentality of like, welp, I'm in a shitty circumstance, and even though I'm in control of it, inevitably it'll get better. It will never get better unless you fucking do something about it. That is the fucking point blank truth. And I think a lot of people can get very easily triggered when they hear that, but ultimately you are responsible for your well-being. Nobody else is. You are responsible for your circumstances. Nobody else is. Now, of course, there are circumstances beyond your control. Absolutely. The actions of others, out of your control, right? Many things out of your control, but for what is in your control, you are 100% responsible for it. And Aries, if you know an Aries do not like that energy when you can find a solution and you do nothing about it. Aries don't like self-pity. They don't like wallowing. They don't like any of that shit. So if an Aries sees an issue that they know they can fix, they're going to be on that shit, okay? And I feel like that's where you're at coming into your weekend. You're like, I'm making sure I'm staying on top of whatever the hell is bothering me or burdening me at this time. Having a look at what you're dealing with here, Ram Fam. Page of Swords in reverse. I think it's interesting, though. And this is a weird take, and this is an interesting reading, so if it resonates to you, cool. Aries, have you noticed, though, that as soon as you started fixing the things that have been dragging you down, bothering you, etc., hasn't it been weird how many people have kind of just been MIA? And what I think you're going to begin to notice, guys, is as you're reaching a higher level of vibration, the people who are addicted to sitting in their to sitting in their problems are having a hard time resonating with you. It's pretty interesting to see how certain people might drop like flies the more you find solutions in your life to your own problems. Because you were probably around people who are so addicted to staying in problems and staying in their own energy that they never want to fix and change. So therefore they can't resonate with you anymore, because if they don't want to work on themselves, but you're working on yourself, you're no longer in the same plane of resonation. That's why people will notice when they better themselves, it's hard to keep certain friendships and relationships. Sometimes people get jealous and bitter of you. Sometimes people just can't relate to you. And it can be hard to maintain those kinds of friendships. But at the end of the day, as you're bettering yourself, as you're jumping into a different vibration, not everybody is going to stay in that vibration and level up with you. Okay? So I feel like what your weekend is representing here, Aries, is you're beginning to see, I'm working on myself and I love that for me. However, though, it is interesting because I'm noticing a lot of people seem pretty distant, or they seem like they're just not in my resonance anymore. And the reasoning behind that is because they're choosing to stay in their problems when you're choosing to find solutions. That's what it is. So take it if it resonates, of course, Aries. Leave it if it doesn't. But wrong button. But Aries, thanks for tuning in here. Anyhow, thanks so much, guys. Love and appreciate you, okay? Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. By the way, Heather Ann, I want to say a special thank you. Thank you so much for gifting over 20 freaking memberships. Much love and appreciation to you. Congrats to whoever got a free membership. Super awesome and rad. So thank you for your generosity, Heather Ann. It means a lot as always. Love and appreciate you, dude. Thank you so, so much, okay? All right, guys. We have done all the fire. We've done all the water. Air signs, you guys are up next. Now, jumping into the air, we're going to be taking a look here at Team Aquarius. So Aquarius, let's see what we got in store here for you, okay? What information and insight do we got rolling on in here for Aqua Baby, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Moving into the next 72 hours. What information is showing up here for Aquarius this weekend? Coming on into the next 72. Aquarius, I just want to mention, you had a 7 of Swords in reverse come out. Now, in the reverse position, that's generally positive. It could mean that you have, for some reason, I'm hearing some of you have found a rat in your circle. What is this, the Italian mob? Hey, Tony, we found a rat in the circle. You know, we gotta whack the rat. Okay? Gotta whack the fucking rat. Anyhow, though, a rat in the circle. Interesting. Some of you guys might be gaining knowledge and wisdom to somebody's rat-like behavior, aka somebody over here might be untrustworthy. Maybe you're having knowledge of that. So this could be about becoming aware of the people that you shouldn't trust, or becoming aware of certain people that just aren't to be trusted in general. So you may see that showing up this weekend. You might see coming to light that there are maybe certain people that you can't trust, okay? Quick word to the wise for some Aquarians. That might be a vibe you're experiencing here this weekend. Nonetheless, let's get back to it, though. And let's see your official reading. We're going to get 2 more shuffles here for Aquarians, and we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff, okay? Let's go ahead here and see. Aquarius, overall energy coming in here for you is going to be the 3 of Pentacles in the upright position. You might be dealing with an earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Coming into the current energy, everybody, we have here a Magician in reverse. Taking a look here at what you're dealing with, we have here a Devil. And looking at the outcome for you is going to be the 5 of Wands in the reverse position. So, Aquarius, let's see what we got going on here for you. Now, you got here a 3 of Pentacles, you got here a Magician in reverse. So what this is telling me is you're kind of in a space right now where you are working on bringing something together, but it's interesting because as you've kind of created something, you've become pretty detached from something, Aquarius. Why do I feel like you're getting pushed out of what you've created? Or maybe you've had a super amazing friendship and here comes this third party and this person's pushing you away from the friend that you have worked on building that friendship with for years. Maybe that's why the 7 of Swords came out. Aquarius, it's not your average message here, but I feel like you're dealing with a third party where somebody's trying to either take a friend of yours and push you out. Somebody's trying to take your position at work. Somebody here is trying to tear down what you've worked so hard to build. I got news for that person though, Aquarius. When they try to come at you with a devil-like energy, just remember, this ain't the time to play devil's advocate, because you'll let some inner demons out too. Aquarians are not a good energy to fuck with, okay? Aquarians can be very cutthroat when they need to be. And Aquarians, at the end of the day too, let me tell you this as well. If you fuck over an Aquarius, watch how quickly they don't care about you, right? So let's say, for example, maybe somebody's trying to push you out of a group of friends because they want to take your friends. Guess what? If your friends don't bat for you, if your friends don't stick up for you, if they're like, yeah, they jump on the fuck Aquarius train, guess what Aquarius is going to say? Fuck you too. Okay? An Aquarian has no issue being the lone wolf when they respect themselves, they love themselves, and they validate themselves. And they're not going to tolerate anybody who's on some fuck shit. Okay? So I want to make that very clear and known, because I got Aquarian in me too. So when people want to show me their true colors, and when I got friends, right, that'll sit there and listen to some bullshit that somebody said about me and not come to me about it first, guess what? You ain't a real friend. Because if you're a real friend, you'll check in with me first, right? So the point here, right, Aquarius, is I think somebody here might be in an energy where they're trying to do something sneaky or shady. Could be a person trying to take a friend away from you because for some reason they don't like you, okay? But I'm feeling snake energy, all right, guys? But here's the thing. If whoever you're dealing with anyhow decides and turns out to be a snake too, Aquarians are going to be very quick to cut out the bullshit. So this weekend, what I feel like you're doing is you're detaching yourself a little bit from your circumstances and you're being very, very observant. You're paying very close attention to the people in your proximity and in your close quarters. Okay? Now looking at the outcome here, Five of Wands reversed. Also, Aquarius, the last thing you're going to do here this weekend is get yourself fed up. I'm not getting angry. I'm not putting myself into a position of stress. I'm not putting myself in a place of anger. I'm going to be cool, quiet, and reserved. And isn't that the scariest shit, guys? When a person can be cool, calm, collected, quiet, and reserved, isn't that when they're the most terrifying and intimidating? So when an Aquarius is out there being quiet, they're watching. And here's the thing, man. When someone's calm as fuck like an Aquarius, that's when you know you messed up. Okay? So Aquas, you're just paying attention to your environment. If people are being snakes, you're not going to sit there and tolerate it. And at the end of the day, if other people are turning themselves against you, then they were never for you in the first place. And you're well aware of that. So this weekend, you're just paying very close attention, being super observant of the people in your environment. And like I mentioned, it's not going to be for every Aquarius, and that's okay. I hope for most of the Aquarians watching, it's not your story, because I don't want to see anybody in a shitty third party like this. But if you are in a third party like this right now, you're keeping a close eye. You're watching everything. Okay? Aquarian here is 10 steps ahead. And you're making sure you're observant as fuck. And, you'll watch, you'll wait, you'll see, and depending upon the outcome is depending upon your decision of what you're doing going forward. So Aquarians, see what happens, okay? Interesting storyline. If it resonates, cool. If not, no worries. But thanks for tuning in here anyhow. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have touched base here, guys, with all the air. We have done all the water, and we've done all the fire. We're getting into the earth signs here next, okay, everybody? Real quick. 1 second, y'all. Heather Ann said, being a retired trauma therapist, I see a solid value in your guidance through your art, Anthony. These gifts are for others, but also to support you. Keep going strong, bud. You are needed a lot right now. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. And it means a lot to be able to hear, genuine feedback like that. It really does. So thank you so much. With this eclipse coming in, this is amazing info. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You got work tomorrow, Valerie. I hope your work day goes well. You said that would be work. Oh, so a situation like that going on would be within the workplace. Oh boy. You found a couple leaks in your circus. I'm sorry to hear that, Kim. It's never fun to find snakes in the garden, guys, but always remember, when people turn against you, then they were never for you, okay? And if somebody especially this, I've had this happen a lot in my life where I've had friends, right? And then someone new comes in, they don't like me for whatever reason. In my personal waking life, I've always found for some reason, I'll have a relationship, then a new person will come in, they'll very much so not like me, and then they'll try to push me out. Now I've had real friends stick up for me and say, fuck that, and I'm going to stay by your side. But I've also had friends, right, who sat there and listened to what the new person had to say and then distanced themselves. And it used to get to me very heavily. It used to hurt me a lot because I used to be a person who needed to be very much liked and loved. And I hated not being liked and loved. I hated people pushing me out or turning against me, if you will. But in my years of going through that bullshit repetitively, the number one thing I've learned is that if anybody doesn't want to stand with you, they were never for you. And I understand if people don't want to vibe with your morals or if it's a moral thing, that's one thing. But if somebody doesn't ever want to come to you and ask you about things rather than assuming things, if somebody doesn't want to listen to you and hear you out, if somebody doesn't want to see the real version of you, they're never going to. People will always have their minds made up. Everybody has a very limited perception of you. And by the way, everybody has a different perception of you. So the way your mother perceives you is inherently different than your father. It's inherently different than your brother. It's inherently different than your friend. It's inherently different than your romantic partner or spouse. Everybody will always have a different take on you. They will never view you the same. So with that being said, you just got to roll with it. Some people may perceive you and see who you truly are, or some people may already have their minds made up. And if they have their minds made up, let them. The number one thing that's going to kill peace in your life is wasting time seeking everybody's approval, desiring to be loved and cared by everybody, and desiring to be liked. I spent so much of my life doing that. And the reason why I can give a shit less now is because I've realized that it disturbs your peace endlessly. It is so not worth it. It is so much better to be the authentic version of you and be disliked. I actually like being disliked by people because that just means I'm authentic. I don't need to mold myself into someone I'm not. You either fuck with me because you're for me and you're my soul family and we click and we vibe, or you don't, and that's okay. I don't wish you any hate. I wish you well in your journey. Go connect with who you're supposed to connect with. Go connect with the people you resonate with. That's awesome. But don't waste time, baby. Focus in on those fucking people. Nothing is worth risking your peace for that shit. It ain't worth it. It is not worth it, guys. It really is not. That's why it's good to be disliked. And a lot of people might look at that and be like, what the fuck? It's great to be disliked because it means that you're doing your job in being your authentic self and not conforming and molding and shifting and shaping and being someone you're not just to appease to others. Fuck that. A little bit of a random rant, but someone needs to hear that message. So even though it's a random rant, somebody right now needs to hear this. If you are constantly switching up to be adaptable and likable, it ain't worth it, dude, sacrificing your peace like that. Okay? Some people go through a lifetime being in that energy and never finding out who they really are and having that self-discovering moment. Discover right now who you are. Look into your life and look at who the real people are for you. And for the people who stand against you, wish them well and move on. Nothing to trip about. You're going to have moments where people turn on you. Let them. Don't convince them to stay. If they really wanted to stay, they would have never turned on you. Okay? And those moments might be painful and hurtful and unfortunate, but the people who stick around are the people who matter. The people who fuck with the real version of you are who matter. Here's the key, guys. Being your authentic self shows you who really fucks with you. When you are your authentic version and people choose to stay in your life and they love you, they're loving who you really are. And that means that those people who see the real you fucking love the real you. So authenticity will always attract the right kinds of people in your life, and it will filter out the wrong ones as well. Abso-fucking-lutely. Kim said, true, just the feeling of being excluded and the outcast has been really hard. Yeah, I get that wholeheartedly. I was an outcast in many ways in my life. A lot of people didn't include me in shit, and it fucking hurt. But then I realized too, like, what's so fucking special, about what they got going, on, right? I started to realize that maybe an outcast isn't such a bad thing, because it was the first signal that showed me I'm not in the right crowd then. If I'm not dealing with inclusive individuals, I'm not in the right fucking crowd. So being the outcast was a great indicator to know that I'm not fucking with the right kind of people, And embracing that outcast is exactly what will start to align you with the right form of people in your life. I know it's hurtful. I know it sucks, but thug it out. Keep going through it. I'm telling you, keep on keeping on and keep on being your authentic self, because inevitably you're going to attract the right people, man. You're going to attract that soul tribe, dude. 100%. 100%. Heather Ann said, so proud of you from the pipes to the ceiling. Thank you. Appreciate that. I promise you, though, the pipes in the ceiling, man, in that basement, it still was a very nice home. My childhood home was awesome. It was just an unfinished basement. I shared my room with my sister for 17 years, and at 17, I was like, that's it. I don't care if I got to live in the ugly basement with the pipes. Put me down there, Mom. So I rocked with it, man. I miss the basement days, though. The basement was awesome. As unappealing as it looked, it was so nice to have that first taste of freedom. Now, all these years later, I'm living with my spouse. Well, not my spouse yet, but look at me over here predicting the future. Anyhow, I'm living with my partner, and, I got that freedom. It's nice. It's very, very nice. That brings you a new perspective? Hell yeah. Love to hear that. It's made you tear up. Hopefully happy tears, man. Keep on rolling through it. You're going to connect with the right people. You will. Keep on being you. I'd rather disappoint like thousands of people being who I am to have 2 people fuck with who I really am. Always keep that in mind. Anyhow, let's move forward, guys. We're going to Earth, Taurus. You guys are up. So let's see what's up. Okay. Let's see what information and insight that we got coming on in here for the bull gang. Okay. Message is showing up here for Team Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, excuse me. In the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for your weekend, babe? Message is showing up here for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Moving on in to the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for our lovely and amazing Taurus gang? What's up? Let's get about maybe 2 more shuffles, guys, and we'll see what's in store for you. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty awesome sauce. Taurus, overall energy for you guys is going to be the 7 of Cups. You could be connecting here possibly with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Coming into the current energy, we got here a King of Swords. What you're dealing with, we got here a 10 of Swords in reverse, and looking at the outcome, Team Taurus, is going to be the Page of Pentacles in the upright position. So let's see what's going on here for the bull gang. By the way, Heather Ann, thank you, dog. Appreciate another 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, my love. It's much appreciated. Of course, congrats, guys, to those of you that are joining the members. Welcome in. Thank you, Heather Ann. It's much appreciated. Anyhow, as the membership train over here is running, Taurus, let's get on into your reading. Overall energy coming into play for you. We got here a 7 of Cups. Current energy is going to be the King of Swords in the upright position. First and foremost, Taurus, I feel coming into your weekend here, 7 of Cups here, King of Swords here, you are trying to get serious on figuring out like where you need to go. 7 of Cups can be about confusion. Maybe you're confused at what path to take. And the King of Swords here says, well, I want to get serious about narrowing down where I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to be doing. One of my favorite things that I hear from people that I love talking about is like, they get stuck and they ask the universe, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to be? And guys, I always try to remind you, your life is a story and you're the author. So why are you telling the universe or asking the universe, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? What do you want to be doing? Where do you want to be going? What is it you want for yourself? And when you know that fucking answer, start the damn path and get going. It's not about what we're supposed to do. I don't believe in predestined. I don't. Okay? I believe we're all free. We're souls having a human experience, right? But I also believe we're the authors of that experience. You know? Maybe some things are meant for us. Maybe some things in a way are predestined, but I still feel like there's an option and choice because free will gives you the ability to do whatever the hell you desire. So Taurus, stop focusing on what am I supposed to be doing and start focusing on what do I want to be doing? What do I desire to do? What am I interested in pursuing? Get serious on that, not serious on what the universe wants. What the fuck do you want, baby? You know, having a look at what you're dealing with here, 10 of Swords reversed, you've been in limbo for a while. Maybe some of you don't know what the hell to do with your career. You don't know what the hell to do with your personal life. You don't know what the hell to do with your relationship. Am I supposed to be with Becky? Do you want to be with Becky? It's a yes or no question. If you do, enjoy Becky. If you don't, break up with Becky. Right? Biggest thing that I wasted a lot of time on in my life was wondering what the hell I was supposed to do. What was God's plan? Then I had to realize God's plan was giving me the freedom and the opportunity every day to live life how I see fit. You can either live heaven on earth, doing what makes you happy, or you can live hell on earth, or you can live like a lost soul in purgatory, not knowing where you're going. And if you don't know where to go, it's okay to be a little bit lost. Let yourself go with the flow for a little bit. Try out new things, experience new things, see what you like and what you don't like, right? See what fits. But at the end of the day, Taurus, the first step is taking a step. Page of Pentacles. The first step in figuring out where we're going is genuinely taking a step in any direction. It's about putting yourself out there, taking action, right? So I don't know what I'm doing with my career. Get a job. Doesn't matter what it is. Try something new. Get into a career field you've never worked in before. I don't know if I'm, ready to date. Go on a date and see if you like it. See if it's what you want right now in your life, right? But action is what's going to let you know where you want to go and where you want to be. And remember, once you have that vision in mind, it's your life and it's your free will. So when you know what you want to do, go out there and fucking do it, bull gang, okay? I love you, Taurus. Take it if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. But appreciate you guys tuning in here so much anyhow. Have a lovely and amazing rest of your weekend, guys. And take care, okay? All right, Team Taurus. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for tuning on in. And guys, with that all being said, thank you all so much for coming out here to the weekend reading, everybody. Much love and appreciation to every single one of you. It's very, very appreciated. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed the weekend read, everybody, hit that like button. It helps out so much here on the channel. If you're new here and you fuck with the channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe. If you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. So thank you, everybody, so much, okay? Either way, guys, I love and appreciate you so much. Happy Friday. I hope you're all excited for a fantastic and amazing weekend. I hope you had a great week here in general. Coming up, guys, we got that eclipse on Monday, so utilize that energy well. It's definitely a great time for new beginnings. Look into it if you don't know much about it, but it's a very, very, very exciting time. So happy eclipse, guys. Enjoy it. I will catch you guys, of course, next week. I'll catch you on the eclipse most likely for Monday. But either way, guys, I just want to wish you well. So thank you for spending time with me. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe. And yeah, much love. Quick update, guys. Next week, we're going to be posting the April readings for the zodiac signs individually. Earth signs will probably be posted on Monday, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you will probably have your videos uploaded Monday or possibly Tuesday. But you guys are going up first in the batch for the April readings. So those are going to start getting rolled out next week, okay? So I just wanted to let you guys know. Regardless, too, thank you guys, everybody, for those of you that sent in donations today. I appreciate that. Thank you for your love and your support. Heather Ann, thank you so much for a lot of your support today. That's much appreciated, too. All right, guys, I'm signing off. It's midnight over here in New York. I'm going to go Mimi's and get some Z's and get some sleep. I love every single one of you. Have a fantastic evening and weekend, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Much love. Take care, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.
Again.